Alright everyone, let's get started. Go ahead and settle down, take your seats, and put away anything that's going to distract you. I know it's been a long semester, and honestly, you can probably feel that it's coming to an end. Just a reminder. Tomorrow is the last day of the first semester. After that, you're done with this part. So today is really about wrapping things up and making sure you understand where you stand. If you're missing anything, now is the time to take care of it, not later. We're not starting anything brand new today. Instead, we're reviewing the key points you'll need to remember moving forward. I want you to focus on understanding the concepts, not stressing out over every little detail. If something is still confusing, ask. This is your chance before the semester officially over. I'll also go over final expectations, deadlines, and what you should be checking online before tomorrow. Please listen carefully so there is no confusion later on. I don't want anyone surprised at the end. Alright, let's begin. Before we move on, I want everyone to be clear on a few important things. Check your grades online tonight. If you see something that doesn't look right, you need to email me today, not tomorrow, because once the semester ends, changes become a lot harder to make. If you've turned everything in and you're satisfied with where you are, then good, you can use today to review and ask questions. If you are still missing an assignment, this is your final window to handle it. There are no extensions past the end of the semester, and I want to be very clear about that. For the rest of today's class, we'll go over the main topics that have come up repeatedly throughout the semester. These are the things you're most likely to need later on, whether that's in your next course or outside of school. Take notes if you need to, or just listen and follow along. I know everyone's already thinking about being done, but stay focused for a little longer. Finish strong, don't rush through things, and make sure you leave today knowing exactly what's expected of you by tomorrow. Now, I'm going to be honest for a moment. Classic Caillou has not been making good choices in class. Assignments are missing, attention hasn't been there, and the behavior hasn't matched what's expected at this level. Being a bad student doesn't mean someone is incapable, it means they're not putting in the effort they should. And that's something that can change, but only if responsibility is taken seriously. With the semester ending tomorrow, there isn't much time left to turn things around. This is a reminder for everyone, your actions throughout the semester matter. Participation matters. Effort matters. If you want better results next semester, it starts with showing up prepared and actually doing the work. Alright, let's move on.
Alright, look, I'm gonna be real with you for a second. I hear what you're saying, I really do, but the moment I'm not gonna pretend this is hitting me emotionally or anything. It's the end of the semester, however, tomorrow's the last day, and my brain already checked out like a week ago. I came to class, I sat here, I listened enough to know what the speech was gonna be before it even started. Grades, responsibility, expectations, next semester, all that stuff. For real. I've heard it every year, every class, every teacher, blah blah blah, but it's always the same message, just different words. I'm didn't trying to be disrespectful, but I'm also not gonna act stressed just because I am supposed to. I'm not panicking, I'm not about to suddenly transform into a perfect student overnight. What happens happens. I'll deal with it later like I always do. Alright? But right now, I'm just waiting for the clock to run out. Once this semester's done, it's done. I'll move on and you'll move on. And we'll all survive. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm just being honest. And honestly, this isn't me trying to start an argument or anything. I'm just talking straight. Like a YouTuber would. People think not caring means being angry or lazy or trying to be edgy, but it's not even that. It's more like I've already accepted whatever outcome there is. If I pass, cool. If I don't, I'll deal with it. Life keeps moving either way, one class isn't gonna define my entire existence. I know you want everyone to suddenly lock in because it's the end. But for me, that pressure just doesn't work. The more people say this is important, the less it actually feels important. I've learned more just figuring things out on my own than stressing over deadlines at the last minute. So yeah, if I'll sit here, I won't cause problems, won't interrupt anymore after this. I'm just being real about where my head's at. Tomorrow comes the semester ends, and this chapter closes. No big reaction. No big moment. Just moving on. That's all.
Alright, I'm not even going to pretend this is shocking to me. I've heard this exact mindset before, just with different voices and different faces. End of the semester always does this to people. Everyone suddenly becomes a philosopher about how nothing matters. I'm not here to argue with you or convince you to have some emotional breakthrough. I've said what I needed to say. You're a teenager and you make your choices and you live with the results. That's really all there is to it. I don't even care enough to dramatize it. You want to be neutral about it? Fine. Neutral still has consequences. That's me, just a reality. I'll finish the class and explain what needs to be explained, and tomorrow the semester ends whether anyone is motivated or not.
Yeah. See, that's exactly what I mean. This is the most calm, low-energy confrontation ever, and honestly, I respect it. No yelling, no I'm disappointed speech, no fake intensity. Just facts. That's how I see it too. But the moment I'm not trying to win or lose here, I'm not trying to be memorable. I'm just yapping because everyone else is thinking the same thing and pretending they're not. Non-people are already mentally gone and we're all just writing it out. I'll take whatever grade I get, move on, and talk about it later like it was just another chapter. Not a meltdown, not a redemption arcade, just content. Then on to the next thing.
Exactly. No redemption arc required. You finish, you move on, life continues. I'll post the final reminders. But you'll check them or you won't, and tomorrow will still be the last day of the semester. Alright. Let's finish this up and get through the rest of class.
Yeah, sure. But also I was thinking, like the whole semester thing, it's kind of funny if you really step back, right? All this stress people put on themselves, deadlines, grades, assignments. I mean, in the way of grand scheme of life, we're all just trying to get through another day. And don't get me wrong, I've done the work, but like, nobody's perfect. And the teachers, the admins, they're all doing their thing too. So like, why rush? Why freak out? I mean, we're all adults, we can handle this. But also, do we really handle it? Or are we just pretending to care? Because I feel like everyone's just pretending, and that's hilarious. And grades? Nah. Grades are just numbers. Numbers don't define who we are. I've got like, a whole philosophy on this, Life's too short to stress over little things, too long to ignore the stuff that actually matters. But mostly, just like, chill, and everyone freaks out anyway, and I'm just here like observing. It's kind of entertaining, actually.
Classic Caillou. Can we please stick to what we're supposed to do? I've already told the class what's happening, and this is not the time for a live lecture. We need to finish the lesson before the semester ends.
Right. I get it. But also lessons are just frameworks, right? You teach and we listen sometimes. I mean, I listen sometimes. And the content is useful. But it's all context. So it's kind of fun to talk about the meat, Like the process of learning, not just the grades. You feel me? And deadlines are hilarious. People act like they own us, but really we're just existing within the system. And it's fascinating, honestly. I could go on forever about this, but we've got like 15 more minutes. So maybe I should save some for next semester.
Enough. Stop talking. You are disrupting the entire class. We are here to finish the lesson, not to listen to a 10-minute monologue about whatever that was. If you want to philosophize, fine, do it later. But right now we have work to do.
Alright. But it's hard to just switch off, Part of energy in the room, the vibe, it's all part of the experience. You tell me to stop, I stop physically. I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just being authentic. And that's my contribution, I guess. Take it or leave it.
You are way overextending this. One more comment like that, and I'm going to ask you to step out of class. We are not here for a personal YouTube-style stream of consciousness. We are finishing the lesson. Please. Just focus. Now.
Okay? But it's kind of hard to turn this off. Ideas keep coming. Thoughts, reflections. And hey, maybe someone finds it useful. Or maybe they don't. Either way, I'm still here, still vibing, still living in the moment like a proper YouTuber.
Unbelievable. Alright everyone, Let's pause for a second and talk about grades. And I'm going to say this slowly, because I want it to sink in without anyone panicking or pretending to care more than they actually do. Grades are important, they're a measure of what you've learned, a way to track progress, but they are not the end-all, be-all of your life. They're a tool, a guideline, a reference point. If you put in consistent effort throughout the semester, participated when it mattered, and submitted the required work, your grade will reflect that. If you didn't, well, your grade will reflect that too. That's just the way it goes. I'm here to give you the facts. These grades are what they are, based on what's been done and what hasn't been done. That's it. Now, for those of you who are like classic Caillou here, talking, observing, vibing, doing your own thing, your grades are still tied to what you submit, not how entertaining or philosophical your monologues are. I know that's a tough reality for some, but it's true. You can have the best personality in the room, the funniest commentary, the most insightful life observations. None of that changes a missing assignment. That said, grades aren't permanent. They're temporary snapshots of your work during a specific time frame. Tomorrow's the last day of the semester. That means this is your final opportunity to ensure everything is in order. Finalize missing work, review anything you're unsure about, double-check online submissions. Don't rely on memory alone. Trust me, memories get fuzzy, especially after a long semester. Now, classic Caillou, if you can manage to stop narrating your life philosophy for a few minutes, we can go over the last couple of points that will impact your grades directly. Everyone else, focus. Let's wrap this up and leave the semester knowing exactly where we stand. Classic Caillou, can you please come here for a minute? We need to have a talk.
Yeah, Mom, sure. What's up?
I want to talk about your semester, Caillou. Tomorrow is the final day, and I need to know, did you get all your work done? Anything missing?
Well,
Classic Caillou. You know what this means, right?
yeah.
Now, I just want to remind you. Tomorrow is the final day of the first semester. Can you tell me, did you get all your work done? Any missing assignments? Anything you forgot?
Yeah. So here's the thing. I didn't do my work. Like most of it. It's all sitting there somewhere in my head, or on my desk, or I don't even know where. I mean, it's the last day tomorrow, right? So technically, there's a little window, but not really. So yeah, I didn't do it. That's the honest truth right here.
I can't believe you. I'm not even talking about a couple of assignments here or there. I'm talking about the entire semester. You've had weeks to get this done, and now you come home and casually tell me you haven't done your work. And what's worse is, you're just standing here acting like it's no big deal. That is exactly the problem with you right there. Do you understand that grades are not just numbers? They're opportunities. They reflect effort, responsibility, discipline. They matter for your next semester, your future classes, even scholarships, whatever you're planning. You can't just coast and expect the universe to hand you a good grade because you showed up. That's not how life works. And the fact that you are so chill about it right now that you can sit there and casually admit it like it's a fun story is exactly what drives me insane.
Yeah, Mom. I hear you. I get it. Grades, responsibility, all that stuff. I know it's supposed to matter. And I guess it technically does, at least for school purposes. But you know me? I've never really stressed about deadlines. I just let them exist, let the system do its thing. I figured. You know, consequences happen, I deal with them. That's how life works. I mean, think about it. I could freak out right now, start panicking, try to cram everything in tonight, get stressed, lose sleep. But what does that really solve? Nothing changes. The work's still due. I still have to do it or not do it. The outcome is going to happen regardless of my stress level. So yeah, I'm telling you straight, I didn't do it. But stressing about it won't magically make the assignments appear, and I'm not in the mood to pretend like panicking fixes anything.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's the problem. You can sit there and rationalize it all you want, but it doesn't change the reality. You have missing work. And you should care, because consequences are real. Not everything in life is optional. You can't just ride the wave and expect that your attitude alone will carry you. You have to put in effort. Even if you're acting like some chill YouTuber with no filter, the rules of reality still exist. You have to acknowledge that. And yes, I get it. I understand that stressing over it doesn't magically solve it. But that doesn't mean you get to sit there, shrug, and act like nothing matters. That's not how the world works, and that's not how I raised you. You've got the opportunity to make it right, and the fact that you're already mentally checked out before even trying. That's frustrating, classic Caillou. Really.
And I get that from your perspective. It's annoying and it's stressful, maybe even embarrassing. But here's my take. Panicking and worrying and pretending to care won't change the reality that I have to deal with it tomorrow. And dealing with it tomorrow. That's exactly what I'll do. I'll face the consequences. I'll submit what I can, accept what I can't. That's the grown-up way, right? I mean, I could spend tonight crying, stressing, rewriting the entire semester. But that wouldn't be efficient. Not even a little. So I'm choosing calm over chaos. I'm choosing observation over reaction. And honestly, living in this neutral, slightly detached mindset. I've survived this far, haven't I? And I'll survive tomorrow, and the next semester, and the one after that. And eventually, all of this is going to be a story I tell, or a memory or a video clip somewhere, and it won't even matter. That's the point.
You've spent the entire semester ignoring your responsibilities, and now you're sitting here whining about consequences like it's a game. Winter Academy is real. You will go if you don't finish your work. Stop making excuses and take responsibility. Do you understand what this means?
I do understand. And I'm terrified. I can already feel it happening in my mind. I can feel the hours stretching endlessly. I really do not want to go to Winter Academy. It's horrifying.
Enough of the dramatics. Yes, I'm serious. But your panic is not going to change the outcome. You had a whole semester to avoid this. Now you face the consequences. That's life. That's reality. You can fix this right now by doing the makeup work. Do the work and your winter break is safe. Don't do it, and you go to Winter Academy. It's that simple. Stop whining and start acting.
But Mom, it's not just simple. Do you even get it? Winter Academy is a prison of time and energy. There's nothing to escape into. It's like being trapped in a loop of the semester's worst moments. I can already feel myself fading into a haze of worksheets and deadlines. And the worst part, the absolute worst, is knowing there's no break to recover, no moments of chill, no mental space to breathe.
I understand your fear, your dread, your dramatic anxiety. But fear alone doesn't solve anything. You either do the makeup work or you face the reality you're afraid of. You want to avoid Winter Academy? You act. You submit the missing work. That's it. That's the only path. None of it matters unless you take action. Work. Finish it. Save yourself. It's simple.
Okay. But you don't understand. The hours stretching like an eternity. My winter break, gone, evaporated into a void of assignments.
Finally. That's all I needed to hear.
I get it. I see it. I'll do my last makeup work.